What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen this article written by the Wall Street Journal. We're not going to talk about that today. Alex and some other people have already covered this, but I figured, with that coming out, maybe let's just take a look at the market, see what type of auctions are happening. So we're going to look at eBay and go through a lot of sealed product and slabs. And guys, honestly, with how ridiculous things are getting, I'm sure a lot of people are tempted to sell. I've definitely taken profits on some items, but a lot of what I'm holding right now, I just have no desire to move it at this point. Like, it kind of is ridiculous to say that, but at the same time, these prices just continue to go up. We're seeing more people enter the hobby, and these auctions are reflective of that. I mean, the first thing we're going to look at, a 151 booster bundle display sold for $1,675. I'm sure some of you guys on Reddit had seen that guy that posted he had like 24 of these bundle displays basically at zero cost. I think he bought like 40 of them or 60, and now he has 24 with zero money into them. And I'm pretty sure he was buying those for like $400 approximately a couple of years ago. So this item is, pushing towards $2,000. Kind of makes sense, honestly, considering where the 151 PC ETBs are at, and then also just the regular ETBs I think are pushing $400 now. And after that, speaking of 151, we had a PCTB sealed case. I know there's no photo for this, which is a bit odd, but $5,000 USD. And I think that's the first time we've seen a sealed 151 PCTB case sell for $5,000. I could be wrong about that, but either way, $5K for a case now. I don't think it's going to be long before Obsidian Flames and Paldea Evolved and maybe a couple other sets get to around that same price point for the 151 PC ETBs. Now after that, this is the Japanese XY CP6. This is like the 20th anniversary booster box pack, whatever this is. I'm not really an expert on this item, but I see it pop up all the time on eBay. I'm pretty sure it's quite rare. And this sold for $5,155. I think that's kind of in line with what we've been seeing. Maybe it's moved up a little bit there, but that is definitely not the most expensive sealed item we're going to take a look at. So Ancient Origins, $7,823 through Probstein, getting fairly close to $8,000. I don't think I've seen a recent sale over $8,000 for Ancient Origins, but it has been in this range, and I think there is going to be a Mega Rayquaza card on the list this week too when we look at some of the slabs. After that team up, $8,900, $8,901 to be exact. Tons of sales in like the $8,800, $8,900 range. I think there was like 3 or 4 over the past week just on auctions in eBay. So moving on, we also have Phantom Forces, and this is crazy. So $13,266. That would actually have been an all-time sale, September 10th. So that was yesterday this sold. But about a week earlier, on the 4th, we had another Ancient Origins box sell, $13,800. So I'm pretty sure this is the record all-time high sale for Phantom Forces at this point, getting very close to like the mid-teens on an XY era booster box. That's almost catching up with like Fossil and Jungle base set booster boxes. Just mind-blowing. Honestly, mind-blowing, guys. But that is going to be it for sealed product. There's tons of slabs I want to get to. So I'm sure a lot of you guys know that the alternate art cards have been popping off. That really is no secret. But these PSA 10s are definitely getting expensive. The Lugia V here selling for around $1,100, and 50 bids on auction is a decent amount. You're going to see in this video, there are a couple other slabs that went that had a crazy amount of bids, like highest I've probably ever seen on a Pokemon card, selling in the $5,000 plus range. Now, after that, we have the Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX PSA 10. This sold for $1,185. So the Mewtwo from Team Rocket, or excuse me, from Destin Rivals, is selling for more than the Lugia V from Silver Tempest at this point. After that, the Charizard EX, $1,225 in a PSA 10, 55 bids there. I think these were all through DC Sports 87. Then we have one coming directly from PSA, the Seismitoad Illustration Rare from Black Bolt, $1,324. After that, we have the Snorlax Pokemon Center promo from the 151 PCTB, $1,400 there. Only one bid on that. I wonder if there was like a buy it now option on this auction and someone just purchased it right out. And what's funny, guys, is this isn't even close to the most expensive PC promo you're going to see on the list this week. After that, we have the Van Gogh Gray Hellfat Pikachu. This sold $1,650 there, PSA 10. Then we have the Rayquaza VMAX, $1,775. This is the PSA 10 from Evolving Skies. I think there were a couple that sold like $1,650, $1,675 as well. So this was definitely the higher sale that I chose over the past week, but still getting close to $2,000. Then we have the Gengar VMAX, $1,925 in a PSA 10 from Fusion Strike. Then we have the Magikarp Illustration Rare, $2,325. I know this card got close to $3,000 at its peak in a PSA 10, and it seems like it's moving back up again. And I mean, just look at this pop report, 3,436 tens out of 18,500 approximately graded. Very low gem rate. Then we have the Giratina V. This is a BGS 10, surprising, $2,650, so very expensive there. Then we have a Mega Charizard EX. This is from Flashfire. PSA 10, $2,780. And it doesn't stop there. We have the Umbreon VMAX. I think this is the most expensive alt art on the list. Maybe there was like one from Sun and Moon or something that I'm forgetting, but $3,055 here. Only 8 bids, but still we're back to $3,000 on the Moonbreon. Then we have the Charmander promo from Obsidian Flames, Pokemon Center stamped version, PSA 10, $3,200. Look at the pop report, 616 tens. 5,810 of these have been graded. That's like barely over 10% gem rate, just crazy low. Charmander, super popular Pokemon. And this type of card selling for this much money has really made me shift how I look at the PCTBs. Now, going forward, if it is a popular set or an unpopular set, that's not really going to be as relevant to me when I look at the PCTBs. It's more so going to be the promo card, is the promo card a popular character? And then also after release, if I want to get more boxes, looking at the gem rate. If it's going to be a popular character with a low gem rate, like 10, 20%, it's probably going to be a buy, in my opinion, the sealed product, and also the PSA 10 graded copies. So that is going to be my plan moving forward on those. And I just want to throw that in here because that's definitely something that's changed for me over the past couple of years. Now, after that, we have the Sunbreon. This is from the Japanese version Terrestrial Festival. BGS 10 Black Label, $4,100 there. Then we have the Cynthia's Garchomp, BGS 10 Black Label. This is from Heatwave Arena, $4,750. I imagine the pops on these are very low because almost $5,000 for a modern card that just came out. Even though it's a Black Label, that's still super high. After that, Mega Gengar EX, PSA 10. This is from Phantom Forces, $6,100 there. Moving on, we have the Magikarp Poncho PSA 10, $7,500. And what I wanted to point out here, 195 bids. That is an insane amount of bids on one of these cards. And that isn't the most bids we saw in an auction either. The Lovebirds also went through probe scene, $8,100 in a PSA 10, 198 bids. I had just not seen numbers like this in a long time, even though the raw dollar amount it went for isn't super impressive. I mean, I think we saw the Lovebirds get up to like $11,000 plus. But 198 bids, guys. A lot of people were bidding on these cards and trying to pick them up. And those weren't the most expensive either. We have a couple more here. This is a BGS 9 Charizard Gold Star from Dragon Frontiers, I believe. And this sold for $10,000 USD, 33 bids. After that, we have a Latias Gold Star, PSA 9. This sold $13,100. A Mudkip Gold Star, PSA 9. This sold $15,000. And there's going to be one more Gold Star on the list, the Pikachu Gold Star, $42,100 in a PSA 10. But in my opinion, that's not the most ridiculous sale of the week. It's actually going to be a cheaper card. This BGS 10 Black Label McDonald's promo in Japanese sold for $21,100, 69 bids there. Yes, guys, a Pokemon card that you would get from a fast food restaurant after ordering food there sold for more than a lot of used cars sell for in North America. But that's gonna be it for the video. You guys let me know in the comments down below what was your favorite auction. Honestly, just seeing this sort of action, seeing the Wall Street Journal article, I think I'm just going to continue holding everything right now. Heading deep into Q4 this year, I think things are only going to get more expensive. And with that level of new exposure we're seeing from other media sources, only new people are going to come into the hobby with that. And also, that means a lot of those people aren't going to have price memory of how things were a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and they're going to be willing to pay much higher prices than we're already seeing on some of these items. So that's my spiel. If you disagree, definitely feel free to leave a comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.